love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife is so young, my wife.
Yo, hey, real shit. I mean, I'm gonna be the one out of all the reviewers. I'm gonna be the one to cut some slack, but at the same time be realistic. So just hear what I got to say. All right. We all know about the memes that's going around. I actually was going to do a half reaction, half review to the album, but with so much controversy going throughout Twitter, Reddit, you know, even Facebook, even through barbershops, I just had to listen to this album full on through by myself. There was 5 songs that I was going to wait on. And actually the 5 songs I withheld from listening to, which were Eternal, Hot Shower, We Go High, Handsome, and what was the other one that I didn't listen to? I think that was the only 4 because I ended up listening to All Day Long, the intro with John Legend, because a lot of y'all were also requesting that. But I can't lie to y'all, man. From when I was listening to what I listened to, man, this shit was crazy disappointing. I'm trying to find the nicest words to say here because I feel like what's really sad about this album is that it's Chance the Rapper, right? And, you know, I was already on edge with Chance because of after Acid Rap, I feel like Chance has nothing really to offer, at least for me. And that's really okay, man. We all have our taste. We all have what we like. But he just didn't really offer anything for me because I thought that Coloring Book, while it was a very refreshing listen the first time around, the album just got really dull after about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I kind of just, you know, threw that album away. I really didn't take a listen to it anymore. There's not really a lot of songs I kind of just take from there. I think I do listen to that song with Justin Bieber and him every once in a while when it pops up, but that's probably the only one I can really take out of there. So coming into this album, you know, Chance had a lot of expectations because Coloring Book did appeal to a lot of people. And with this expectation, you have a responsibility to, you know, provide at least something decent, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the album was just pure trash. It was so terrible. Don't get me wrong, though. It was bad. It was, in my opinion, it was probably one of Chance's worst albums to date. Just because I felt like he didn't know which direction to really go into, man. The album was just kind of all over the place. And hear me out right here. Like, what's really wild to me is I felt like at times, as much as I dislike Playboi Carti, it felt like he was trying to have that appeal of a Playboi Carti or appeal of those kind of, you know, trap mumble rappers or whatever you want to have, because he was saying a lot of nothing on this album. He had some bars in here that actually went over my head. And when I watched the Mallory Bros review, they said it was a line, I forget in which track it was, when he was talking about the club, and then they broke it down. And I was like, wow, that's actually a great line from Chance, you know. That's the crazy part to me, because he has that ability to bring the firepower in his pen on songs, but all throughout this album, there was more bleh than there was bars. So when you hear a lot of these tracks in here, and getting back to the Playboi Carti thing, when you hear a lot of these tracks on here, it's kind of like he was just trying to be somebody else that he isn't. And what I hate about somebody is when they try to be somebody they aren't. Like, you know, be yourself at all times. Look, Playboi Carti, trash. At least, you know, mumble rap, he has his fans. At least he does what he does. He stays in his lane. He does what he does. Chance the Rapper went from being acid rap, which is another topic I want to talk about, because he is not the same person he was before, and I respect that. But at the same time, you got to understand that this is music. I mean, you're clean, you're saved, you don't do the drugs, like. But if it's affecting your music, I mean, while we did love acid rap for the appeal it had for, you know, being under the influence and having these moody swings and having really this kind of like dark, you know, emo in the corner vibe, you know, now you got this happy-go-lucky, I'm so happy, I'm so saved, I love my wife, I'm happy, like, you know, you're trying to make this gospel and it's not really working out for you. I felt like, you know, his features were really strong on here. The track that he had on with Smino was the track I listened to after the fact that I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna finish the album. I was surprised, because if I would have listened to that at first, I would have been like, you know what, maybe come in a tad bit of slack, because Eternal is one of my favorite tracks of the year. It's also one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's the only track on the album that made my playlist. Side nigga sitting at the club with a booty on his chin like a clef. I don't ever want to, that's the same as the next. So for me, I don't know where the actual original sample is from, but I do know that Chris Brown also used that in Chris Brown's debut album in Just Fine. If you guys remember Just Fine, I know y'all probably don't remember that. That was a couple way years back when I was fucking what, 15, 16 years old. Yeah, it'll be just fine. Using the same sample, man, Just Fine was one of my all-time favorite Chris Brown tracks because of how vulnerable it is. This is another topic though. But I love the way Smino just kind of rapped on it, both being, well, Smino's being from St. Louis, but having that Chicago style, and you know, Chance just getting on a track with some soul, some actual soul, and just riding and flowing on the beat. It felt very natural. That's my problem with this whole thing. It just felt like he was kind of just overwhelming and trying to push on this happy go vibe. Like I was like, yo, Chance, like you need to back the fuck up, like take a step back. That's kind of where I felt with it. And the consistency of the album just wasn't there for me either. Like the album isn't as bad or as people are saying, but it's like, why is it all over the place? You take so much of the negative and don't really reel in any of the positives because it's drowned out by so much bad shit. So many bad lines. The track Hot Shower. Bro, Hot Shower, first of all, for having Made in Tokyo or Made in Tayo, I knew it was going to be a bad track. I am not a fan of Made in Tokyo, and I know a lot of y'all are probably fan of it. I am not. But you're a skateboard beat. Like, no, that's not me. Alright, like that's not me. And as soon as I saw him on Hot Shower, I knew this shit was gonna be hot dumpster. Like, please. What the fuck was he actually doing on that track? I really don't understand. And I'm probably gonna get flagged right now because YouTube got the whole cancel culture. They Xing people's videos out, so they probably gonna get on my ass right now. But I really don't give a fuck. I'm just really confused on what was really going on. And then we get into tracks like We Go High. We Go High was a track that I love. Obviously, y'all know I'm into anime and all that shit. And y'all heard Navi, right? So me being an avid gamer, anime head, nerd, whatever you want to call me, whenever you get some type of like of that culture inside of your track, I'm just gonna fuck with it, just being biased. We Go High was a track that I liked. It wasn't really enough to make my playlist at least, but it was a track that I was like, you know what, I can actually just vibe and listen to this track. But to me, man, I'm really not trying to get on this review and bash him too much. I'm just giving my honest opinion about this album that we all expected more from. And also the runtime, man. How are you gonna have 21 tracks of that? Somebody really got in the comments below and said it's some neo soul, some gospel, and I kind of just laughed about it because if that's the case, it's really a failed attempt at trying that. Ever since Chance did the feature on Kanye West, The Life of Pablo, I felt like he's felt that sound was going to carry him on because look, we all grow up. I'm not gonna, like, we all grew up, and Chance being only what, 25 I think he is, or 26 maybe, it's just the fact that he's not that drug user anymore and he's not in that state of mind anymore. And it sucks too because it takes that creativity away, and it's like a double-edged sword if you really think about it. The same thing kind of happened to Lil Wayne late in his career remember when he had the whole lean scare and he started going through seizures. But remember when Lil Wayne was on the weed and he was on the lean, you hear that lighter, bro. Don't even lie. When you heard that on the track with Lil Wayne at the intro, you knew that shit was gonna be instant classic fire. So I felt like whenever Lil Wayne kind of got off the drugs, you can just hear his music he didn't have the same confidence going in. It just sounded weird. He lost his appeal. Lil Wayne is still gonna go down as a legend. I just feel like later on in his career, he kind of just not fell off, but it was just wasn't there. The Wheezy effect wasn't there like it was when the Wheezy project dropped. The world stopped. That kind of just lost its appeal later on in Wayne's career when he had the whole drug clean free phase. So it sucks for Chance that having an amazing mixtape such as Acid Rap and then going to the Coloring Book, like that was a pretty decent whatever, to me at least it was decent, but to a lot of you guys, you loved it. But then going to this, and then another bad thing that I had was just crazy to me, that this is his debut project. I thought this man done had 3 albums already, but to put the icing on the cake, this is Chance the Rapper's debut album. And just for the controversy that it's created, I'm just very astonished. And let me stop fucking with you, bro. When I ever try to talk smart, bro, that shit do not sound right on me, bro. Let me just fuck that. I'm just confused just as y'all, all right? Like, his debut project being one of his worst projects, and this is the one that everybody's going to look at. This is the one that everybody's going to see. Chance the Rapper was probably one of the most beloved artists in the game, and he's become a meme in literally 24 hours. I'm glad that Chance is also having fun with the album as well. At least he's not, he knows that, I mean, he's fine with it. He's having fun with it. He's even posted most of the memes on Twitter. So as long as his mental is good, because I know that Chance used to go through a lot back in the day, and he's happy. He loves his wife. He likes hot showers. He did a peanut butter jelly line in one of the tracks as well. I kind of laughed at that. He was like, it's peanut butter. Like, holy fucking shit that he really said that. There was just a lot of really questionable bars that he had in this album that aren't really going to go away to the masses. Understand that we are in a new culture. We are in a new internet age. Nothing really gets past anybody. And once you go viral, bro, like the mass opinion will finally get to you, and they will let their voices be heard. So the album, not as bad as people were saying, but it ain't good. All right. It ain't good. I definitely heard worse albums than this album, but it ain't good. All right, and I think it's just really because his failed attempt of going through all these genres and being really all over the place, not being consistent, his choice of words. It's just a lot of things that, we know Chance is capable of, but he really didn't bring to the table. So, with that being said, man, get in the comment box below, man. Let me know your take on how you feel about the album. Let me know what was your favorite track on here, or let me just know your top 3 worst tracks on here. Give me the worst bar in this album. Like, what bar stood out to you where you were just like, I can't take it no more. I got to shut this shit off. Because I've seen a lot of people say they shut this shit off. And I don't blame you. I was kind of mad when I had to sit through the 4th time listening to the album. Like, what am I actually sitting here for listening to? Because it was very excruciating to go through the 2nd time, let alone the 5th time. So, get in the comment box below, man. Let me know all that good stuff. Don't forget, like the video. If you like it, get the video 3,000 likes. Every time I get the video 3,000 likes, I'll put a new vinyl on my wall. As you can see, I got no vinyls on my wall because I don't be getting 3,000 likes. I'm a sad boy dev. I'm not loved no more. This shit kind of crazy. I mean, I used to be loved, but... Anyways, man, don't forget to follow me on social media. Let me know what you want to hear. And until the next time, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for supporting. And until the next time. Hey, now see, I got that merch now, bro. If y'all ain't know, that merch is clean. Thank y'all for supporting, man. Thank you for all Patreons as well. You guys fucking help me out each month. That extra money is always cool, man. Keeps me going, allows me to do what I'm doing, and I'm still talking. The outro is supposed to be already out. We are out.